Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. What up, Doug?
Am I in the right place? Am I doing the right thing?
Hello, 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 and welcome back, Rekt, to week 2 of season 6. My name's Darth Ted, and I'm joined here by TL Phoenix. How's it going?
It is going good. Excited for another good week of the Rec League.
Yes, we are. And tonight we have the schedule is Scuttle Crab versus the Sentinels on the first match of the day. It's going to be an exciting one. Both teams have very, very strong members on it, and it's going to be. I'm thinking it's going to be a very spicy and explosive game.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, we know how Sentinels plays. They play pretty loose. They play pretty fun, and a lot of talent on Team Scuttle that they're going to look to bounce back from last week.
Hell, yes, they are. And just a quick question: are you logged into League right now?
Yes, I am.
I'm currently looking for you. Trying to add you to the game.
You are just Darth Ted. Yes, correct.
Yeah, your name's just TL Phoenix, right?
TL Space Phoenix. Correct.
I do not see you. Oh, this is weird. Sorry, everyone. Little technical difficulties.
1 second here.
Yeah, so just while we're waiting for that, tell me a little bit about this matchup. What lanes are you looking forward to, especially?
Well, I guess it's is it a cheater thing to say the jungle matchup and not a lane?
No, it's not cheating at all.
Because I'm interested now because we talked about on Say the Rec League actually that Mouse Mazing and Hot Soup actually swapped back to their original roles. Or I guess their original roles.
Yeah, they did. Actually, we got the matchup screen right here for everyone.
Right.
So in the top lane, we got Mouse Mazing versus Adoma. In the jungle, we got Hot Soup 5 versus 420 Blazer Nerd. In the mid lane, we got I Tucker L versus Aether Fox. In the 80 carry role, we got MK Heat 12 versus ZM. And for supports, we got Heydu 5 versus Silky Bandit 2.
Yep, you got to do a little bit of rearranging here on the side of Scuttle.
Hell yeah.
Who have elected to be blue side, correct?
That is true. I think Sentinels elected to be red side
Right.
since they came in with a 2-0.
Based on record now, not a coin flip from week 1.
Yeah, and it looks like everybody's in position. This game's going to be spicy. So, me in particular, I'm looking forward to this top lane matchup because we saw Mouse Mazing not look too great in the jungle role, but now he's back to where he's been destroying the Rec League. And he's going against Adoma, who has been a powerhouse since Season 1 up there.
Yep. Again, something we talked about, that Mouse Mazing definitely at home in the top lane. And it was not that he had a bad showing as jungle, but he looked a little uncomfortable. Yeah, I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be a lot easier for him to carry from that top lane role, pulling out those off-meta carry picks like Tryndamere and Jax.
Right.
But yeah, we'll see how Scuttle Crab has to deal with that and what Doma can pull out to stop this amazing mouse. So we'll just get into champ select right now. Or whenever the teams are ready.
Seems they are ready.
Hell yeah. How's your day been?
It has been excellent. Another day preparing for, as we are, most of us are also players in the rec league. It's exciting to cast and then play, or play and then cast.
Yeah, I definitely like casting before playing, because sometimes you never know if you're just going to tilt off the face of the earth.
If the game goes wrong, you're like, I don't want to cast anymore. I'm done with the rec league tonight.
But no, we try to be professional and bring a good attitude to every cast.
I like casting after my game, to be honest, because it's a good, whether loss or win, it's a good wind down afterwards, You're like, my game's over. I'm done today.
Yeah. But sometimes it just feels really bad, especially when those games where it's 40 minutes, you're doing really well entire game, then you make one mistake and lose. Sometimes you just feel super bad after some of those losses.
It can be exhausting too, playing a really long series and then jumping back in and be like, well, time to cast another 2 hours.
Yeah, but hopefully these games don't last 2 hours.
I would highly doubt it. Both of these teams play very loose and very aggressive in the mid lane, or in the mid game.
Yeah, Scuttle Crab has had some of the longer games, and they've really kept the roster the same pretty much throughout the entire 5 seasons they've been playing. So, well, who knows? But yeah, I do like the point you brought up about Sentinels, how they always like to scrap early and often. And looks like we're getting straight into champion select right now. Scuttle on the blue side, Sentinels on the red, banning out that Kha'Zix right away.
Kha'Zix ban, not surprised to see that at all.
And I apologize that my client sounds are not working right now. Not much I can do about that. So I'll give you a little bit of music for the background.
And a Ziggs ban. Interesting there.
Yeah, the Ziggs is targeted at Tucker, obviously. We've seen him play it so many times. He's very strong on that champion. And I like the plan from Scuttle Crab, just ban out the comfort picks that Sentinels are going to show.
Right. Yeah, the Ziggs is a good ban because he obviously is good at it. We've seen plenty of it. It's just a little surprising to me because Aether Fox plays a similar strategy where he also likes to just shove lane too, to kind of neutralize it, but we'll see what they're going for here.
Yeah. The Morgana ban against Hey Dude 5 is pretty good. And a lot of comfort jungler bans pulled against 20 Blaze It.
I would say 2 of his strongest ones from previous seasons, as we've seen. Those tanky playmaking junglers with CC.
Yeah, and it's actually smart. Putting somebody who's not as comfortable in the role down, in
a couple picks.
Yeah, down a couple picks, put him down. A couple
picks, it mean a lot.
Yeah. So I'll have to see what he pulls out. The Caitlyn first pick for ZM. It's a champion near and dear to my heart. Very strong, huge lane bully. And MK Heat and Hey Dude 5 did show that they did not play against it well in lane in their first game last week.
Right. Wukong. All right. You think that's going to go to Mouse Mazing so he can try to get a strong grip on this lane early?
I don't know. The new Wukong's more of a bruiser than he is an assassin. So
he definitely has playmaking potential.
Right, but I don't want Mouse Mazing on a playmaker. I want him on a... I want somebody... I want him to kill people. I want him on the Aurelia. I want him to pop off.
So this is something we saw from Scuttle last week. Was Blaze It Nerd playing the Maokai in the jungle. And he was quite effective on it. The ults were good, and he was a good frontliner.
Yeah, he did fall behind in the jungle and didn't farm as effectively as his opponent, but in those team fights, like you said, he was very effective on it.
Okay. Tried and true to Ahri for Aether Fox, so people who are familiar with the Rec League are not surprised there at all.
It was either the Syndra or the Ahri on that pick.
Right. Yeah.
And I like Tucker bringing it to him, telling Aether Fox that you're going to have to be careful in this lane, because if Tucker gets rolling, we've seen what he can do. That could be an Echo jungle as well, though.
Yeah, we don't actually know yet because we're assuming that Wukong is for Mouse Mazing, but we again don't know. Hike ban for Silky Bandit, something he did play last week as well.
Yeah, and that's the only champ he actually played in both the games. So
yeah,
seeing him on a different pick is, I mean, is it a ban? I kind of didn't like his Pike. I would rather hit him on something else.
Yeah, I think it's more of when you get to these round 2 bans, it's kind of like what do we have left to ban? Because at that obviously you can plan for round 1 bans, but
right.
Depending on how the draft goes, you kind of got to roll with the punches. So I think they take away the Pike, see what else he's got. Take away Thresh, see what else he's got.
There are 2 hook champs left, the Nautilus and the Blitzcrank.
Right.
So we're probably going to see one of those coming out for Silky Bandit.
And interestingly enough, we see Scuttle ban Tryndamere, like they're not buying the Wukong as top.
And that's, I mean, even if it is a Wukong top, banning the Tryndamere just forces them basically to put it in the top lane.
Mm-hmm.
So
as they take away Renekton as well, right? Exactly.
Yeah, taking away his champ pool means they have to put it up there, which gives Adolma probably a favorable matchup. And Leona coming out for Hey Dude 5, seen him on this champ quite a bit. Very comfortable in this lane, but he's going to have a hard time getting onto that Caitlyn, so MK Heat's going to have to do his best just to farm up probably under turret the entire game.
And this is interesting because we get to see maybe Silky Bandit doesn't take something aggressive here in support. Yeah, it's going to take something a little bit more passive. Not that maybe passive's the right word for support Lux, but something that he can stay a distance away with the Caitlyn and not have to worry about Leona jumping on them constantly.
Yeah, it's a very, very safe lane, and if the level 2 all-in from Leona doesn't work or doesn't happen, then the Lux Caitlyn is going to have such an easy time in this lane.
Right, for the next couple of levels especially.
Oh yeah, and we see the Ornn pickup for Adolma, bringing that Thunderclap top lane.
It seems very ideal that Adolma gets Ornn pick 5 after everything.
Yeah, it really does. That's a...
Like, he's probably sitting there going, why is Ornn still here? Take him.
Well, I mean, Mouse Mazing doesn't really seem the type of player to play Ornn. Neither does Hatsu 5, and neither does Tucker, so it wasn't getting through the picks, but...
And it is going to be Wukong jungle, so...
Alright,
good call by them, I guess.
Yeah, Mordekaiser into Ornn. Mordekaiser is going to be favored in that matchup. He's able to put down a lot of damage, and we've seen Mouse Mazing on this before. It looks absolutely phenomenal.
It's a great champion, too,
yeah.
just in general right now.
But Ornn, of course, is
Extremely
a good pick.
Champion.
Yeah. It's a really good blind pick as well.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about this bottom matchup, because you're the guru here.
I'm just wondering, MK Heat has the Leona and Hey Dude 5 has the Ezreal, so a little confused on that one. Might be a spectator bug.
Yeah.
We'll see about it in a bit, though.
Yeah, they did trade, not with each other, but with individual other players. So if they keep it, that's perfectly fine by Rekt rules now. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's perfectly fine. Just because we changed the rules to allow
the
things like Senna bot lane and if you want to do kill lanes and stuff. But it does seem a little bit weird having your designated AD carry player playing a support and your designated support playing the ADC, but
like we said, or you said, that could just be a spectator bug for us.
Most likely is. My client's been bugging all the time.
Yeah, I mean, welcome to League of Legends the past couple weeks.
Small indie company. But I guess we can be a little bit forgiving with the whole COVID crisis going on right now.
And a trillion people playing League of Legends every day.
Yep, that too. But yeah, this top lane matchup, not going to be as spicy as I thought it was going to be. I thought we were going to get like Tryndamere versus Singed or something
crazy.
Yeah, something real crazy. But nope, not at all. The jungle matchup is going to be where I'm focusing on for this game. I expect Hatsu 5 to be invading and ganking pretty much all the time.
Very active, yeah.
And Maokai has insane gank setups for his lanes, but it's going to be hard to gank some of these.
It's funny you say that because he has a lot of laners that set up well for Maokai. Like, they'll kind of bring their own CC in the lanes. But then you look across the board and like all these other guys just kind of avoid CC. Like, it's hard to gank Echo. It's hard to gank Ezreal.
Yeah, no, that's very true. And I mean, the bot lane from the side of Sentinels is probably going to be pushed in, so unless you're tower diving, you're not really ganking that lane. And I wouldn't suggest tower diving a Leona.
Mm-hmm. Especially when you have to worry about Wukong flying in from the wings.
Indeed. And sorry about that. I have a small issue with my matchup screen. I will fix that momentarily.
So, Wukong is actually something that I haven't had a lot of experience playing against in the jungle. I see it a lot top, and I've actually seen it a decent amount mid. The pick doesn't surprise me in the jungle, but I'm interested to see kind of what his early plan is.
Yeah, I'm thinking he's probably going to be heavily focusing the Ahri mid lane, because Ahri will be at range, but Echo has a lot of gank setup
Right.
to get on top of the Ahri. So
Also, the two of them have a decent amount of combined damage
Yeah,
pretty
exactly.
early.
And if Fox doesn't play this lane safely, it's gonna be in trouble.
Yeah. Something I noticed too about Aether Fox opposed to past seasons, he's actually playing a little bit more aggressively than he did before. As somebody who's obviously played against him in multiple seasons in the lane. He usually is a very safe player who wards very well, but I think that he's trying to, I don't want to say a different style because that's not exactly accurate, but trying to play a little more aggressive and push kind of his champion more on the other.
Mm-hmm.
But it gets dangerous against things like Echo and Wukong and, even a Leona.
Yeah, especially when you don't have too much jungle pressure coming out of your own jungle. If you don't have that safety, it's going to be very dangerous for you. So I want to see him heavily focusing on not being aggressive towards the side that his jungler's not on. So What I'm saying is basically if 420 Blazing is clearing out the blue side, you need to see the Ahri hovering the blue side, right? You can't see him hovering the top. But with that, we're going to be getting into game right away.
Also nicely noticing Mouse Amazing didn't take TP, he took Ignite, so he's looking to kill, don't he's
Oh yeah, maybe this is going to be spicy.
he wants him. Tucker did take TP, as we probably expected. Anyway, but
that's pretty good though. I think Tucker on the Echo is going to have a lot easier of a time in the side lane than the Mordekaiser would. So it's a smart adaptation because you still do have that one TP. But unfortunately, both the carries are fully magic, so Ornn's going to have no trouble itemizing against him.
Right. Unless Hot Soup suddenly pops off, and then all of a sudden he's got a very high damage Wukong coming after him.
Oh, yeah. No invade coming out, just a little bit of damage. Hot Soup 5 eating a sapling to the face and an REQ. Gonna be making this clear a little bit worse, but shouldn't be too harmful.
Pretty much what we would probably expect from these guys.
Yeah, and it's safe to say that both teams know where the enemy jungler is starting.
Right.
Very standard. Give them the bot lane leashes. Yeah. Not much action going to be happening in this early game. It's like everything's just going to be pretty standard. Tucker getting shoved in, as you'd expect.
I like Mouse Amazing how aggressive he's being, just pushing into his lane against Adoma. And I think he was itching to get back in the top lane after last week.
Yeah, probably. The scoreline did not look great.
Yeah, he's got the Ignite, he's got the Conquer, he's back in the top lane. He's probably saying, all right, here we go. Back in the saddle.
Time to destroy some fools.
Yep.
Give him the old slapperino. Claw comes out.
No problem.
Yeah, it's just good poke. And I think he's betting on the fact that Hot Soup 5 is going to have a faster clear than the Maokai will.
Right.
Which we see the The Hatsu 5 heading to the top side already, while 420 Blazing Nerd is currently on his Krugs. So he's very safe to actually play super aggressively. So good communication for their team. And yeah, so Heydude 5 and MK Heat actually didn't trade off. They just ended up going with the Leona and Ezreal. So we'll swap those. Oh, good binding right there. Ignite goes down, heal comes down. First blood to Silky Bandit. That is Heydude 5 just playing a little too aggressive right there. Being greedy for some farm.
Before we get into more and more action, well, yeah, I guess we... Why do you think that they did this, actually?
I honestly, the only reason...
bot lane, like, secret I don't know about? Like...
Gank in the midnight. Ari's going for the Ignite. Gets the kill onto Tucker. Wukong is here, though. Gonna trade the kill with the auto attack. 420 Blazing is there, but they're just probably safe to walk away. Wukong has his Conqueror proc, but not gonna have enough damage to take down Maokai. Yeah, back to the bot lane thing. I think it's mostly just a comfort.
Okay.
They pick champions that they can swap around, but I think MK Heat is more comfortable on the Leona than he is the Ezreal, which is probably why they did that.
So you're like a personal champion choice.
Yeah.
Kind of.
And with the pressure that Mouse Amazing's putting out in the top lane, we're going to see a little bit of an invade into the jungle right here from Hatsu 5.
Yeah, good vision down in the blue side of the jungle right there. Got 2 wards plus the Scuttle.
Yeah, Mouse Amazing's just putting the hurt down. Blazner's going to step up to defend his top laner, but...
He still has Ignite.
Yeah. That'll be a free blue buff for Hatsu 5. Starting out really well in this jungle. 1-0 on the Wukong already, and about 3 camps up.
And they're being very proactive, which is something that we'd like to see. And something that we were wondering about before is how aggressive were they going to be early. Oh, oof, Tucker's taking a bunch of damage here.
Yeah, he took 2 shower shots there, getting charmed under turret. But he's baiting for this jungler right here. Aetherfox might just be able to burst him, but the Wukong goes in.
Aether's got no summoners, though. He's got to be real careful here.
Yeah, he misses the charm too. Flash forward from the Wukong, getting the last autos. Taking up the kill. Hatsu 5 looking super good in the jungle.
And yeah, he came to play today. Alright. Mouse Amazing here. He's still going aggressive, but he's got a huge wave pushing into him. And look at these red wards on the top side of the map.
Yeah, it's insane.
Like, oof.
Amount of vision from Sentinels is great, but we do have Hatsu coming in behind ZM. He's going to have no CC, though. Leona missing the E. They're able just to back out.
Yeah, that's actually, that could have been a lot worse if MK Heat lands that Leona E. Almost fighting back hard here, but he's got to be careful with this Ignite coming out here from Mouse Amazing at any time.
Yeah, Dolva did hit 6 first and was able to win that trade, but it's lucky he has the teleport where Mouse Amazing doesn't, so he's going to be able to use that pressure to his advantage. Yeah,
it was a little dicey there because he got knocked under and took a tower shot, but played it really well. Got himself out with the Ornhorn there.
These Kate traps with the Lux combos are insane. They already have 2 turret blades down on this.
It's just too easy to burn summoners like that. Something filthy Caitlyn players like yourself, I'm sure, know all about.
Filthy? Come on, man. Caitlyn's a hard champ. You just got to right click. She's got 3 abilities that are really fun to use.
In 1700 auto range.
Yeah. But she's not even the worst anymore because Senna and Aphelios are in the game.
True.
They're just better versions of Caitlyn.
Yeah, I can't even complain about Caitlyn anymore.
Yeah, Scuttle's actually got a lot of vision down in this bot side. I do see that the Scuttle Crab's taken, and Blazing Nerd's going for this dragon, but I don't know if he can solo this.
Yeah, it's a really nice rotation of vision, too, because as soon as all their wards started getting cleared or timing out, they just rotated them on the bot side for the dragon.
Fighting the mid lane, Tucker's going super low. Aetherfox with the ult, misses the Q, and one more auto attack would have done it, but Tucker lives with Skin of his teeth. So close right there.
Aether Fox ain't afraid though. He's kind of, he's taking it to him.
Hell yeah.
Which I like seeing.
Maokai actually able to soul that dragon out, but now he's getting chased down by Hatsu 5.
Yeah, it took a little while, and he's a little low. So.
Ooh, but he changed his direction, goes for Aether Fox, who misses the charm, but Wukong's Under Tower with the knockup gets the killing spree. 3-0 on this champion right now. And
he's still got a pretty fresh blue, and he's got another good back coming up.
Yeah, his entire topside jungle is uncleared, and he still has about 4 or 5 camp lead over the Blaze It Nerd. So, Wukong's looking pretty scary for the side of Scuttle.
On the plus side, though, they did get the Infernal Drake. It cost them, but they do secure that first Drake for themselves through the Maokai.
And Mouse Amazing uses these pressure top lane to shove in and help his jungler take this Rift Herald. This will give them some early pressure and take some more plates for themselves.
And as you and I know, that Rift Herald is guaranteed better than Drake in the early game. So,
I still don't know about that. We have to see what dragon's next. It's going to be the air, not the mountain.
By our PhD jungler, Dr. Zabel.
Dr. Zabel. Definitely looking for those Scuttle Crabs every game. Tucker going in. Not going to land the stun onto Aether Fox, but going to trade damage back.
As that was actually really close.
Yeah. If he hits the stun, Aether Fox dies. If Aether Fox hits the charm, then Tucker dies.
Yeah, exactly. These are like edge of knife kind of duels in the mid lane here, which is what you want to see anyway. So.
Ooh, good flash away from the Leona. The K-trap forcing him to walk around while the Maokai was coming up. Super smooth. It's just little nuanced plays for Caitlyn traps, which are just so intense. Just forcing him to take an extra step outside of where you want them to.
Right, kind of playing your opponent there.
Great.
And he's got a decent lead here, as we see on the opposite side. Mouse Amazing is growing an exponential lead here in CS on the Odoma's Ornn. And we see that too. Every time he pushes the lane to the turret, it translates to vision into the blue side jungle here, which translates into another blue buff for Hatsu.
Yeah, we definitely want to see this Maokai playing around his bot lane, right? You have no pressure in the top, you have no pressure in the mid.
Yeah, you have no vision in the top either. It's just too dangerous.
Ooh, flash forward from the Aether Fox, getting the Q, gets the kill onto Tucker, who didn't have his ult up. What a play. Aether Fox godslaying once again.
He's getting aggressive. He's feeling it. Whew. And as I was saying, this is something that I've seen from him the past couple of weeks, even in just like regular games. He's playing more, with a little more, aggression, a little more confidence.
A little more huspa.
A little bit. I don't really know what that means technically, but I got the idea.
The spot lane turret is looking super low from side sentinels. 3 turret plates already taken by the Caitlyn Lux.
But it's just so hard for them to defend those plates when they get pushed in. As you've been saying, the second they step up, it's Lux binding into Caitlyn trap into it's your flash instead of your plate.
Yeah, and the Leona support in this lane isn't really going to do much, right? Because they didn't get the all-in level 2, and the Caitlyn Lux just is super safe that now that the Ezreal only has a tier, even if Leona goes in, you're never going to have damage to actually do anything.
Yeah, even if MK Heat lands a great Leona ult and goes in, A, he's probably too far away from Haydude at that point. And B, they just walk away.
Okay. Interesting Rift Herald summon in the base. We can follow Shelly for a second as she makes her way up through the top lane. It's actually not bad timing because Maokai's back in base. Mordekai's is going to be shoving in with this huge wave. And
so he should take this next wave, and then the Rift Herald will be there at the exact time the waves show.
Yeah, but it also allows Hatsu 5 to get pressure over the dragon, which is actually like pretty genius if you think about it. Unfortunately for them, this tower wasn't lower, so it doesn't actually take the kill on the turret.
It does not, but he does get some cash in the form of 2 plates.
But I don't know if you're going to fight this right now because Ornn has teleport up. Sentinels really don't want to take this. Echo is shoved in. It's going to be rough.
It's an awkward call to make as well because neither of the teams really have great vision to see what's actually going on deeper in the jungles. The top laners are just going at it, so at this point, even if they do, like, Adoma has to run away to TP, right?
Yeah, but they're starting it up, going straight for it. And they're probably going to finish this before Scuttle Crab can even respond.
There's no TP from Adoma there because it's just too low from getting smashed into his tower.
But we're getting a fight going on. Nice root coming out. Leona going down. And that's a kill for a dragon, which is honestly a pretty good trade for Sentinels.
Yeah, I think it's a fine trade. A little bit of carelessness there after you get the Drake. Kind of just leave. We don't need to walk it off Maokai ult.
Yeah, probably not necessary.
Another plate here as ZM rotates up to mid lane to kind of snag that. He's already got Infinity Edge finished. And he's sticking around the mid lane.
We got a little bit of a Dota versus League discussion in Twitch chat right now. Obviously, our preference is League. If we've any input.
You mean me and you? Have you played Dota?
Yeah. Once or twice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've played it a little bit.
It's fun.
It's certainly interesting coming from League to it because there's a lot of things that you're like, this is kind of cool.
Yeah, I ended up playing with a friend who's like silver in Dota, and then he tried teaching me the ways, and then I just ended up taking over the few games we played and absolutely destroying. Of course, we're against complete noobs, so they didn't know how to play the game either, but it was kind of fun.
So very different than my experience.
Oh, fight lane, bot lane. Good Leona ult onto ZM, not getting the stun though. Ezreal putting out some poke, but MK Heat on the backside of that trade, taking so much. Able to dodge the Lux ult though, so getting away with his life.
Yeah, so the damage just isn't quite there yet from Hey Dude 5, especially because Hot Soup couldn't quite join the fight. It was a little out of his range to follow that Leona ult up.
Yeah, and Hatsu 5 not really having anywhere to actually gank. Mouse Amazing though, going for this turret, just taking the last couple auto attacks. Has the shield down, Adoma with the ult, missing it though. Mouse Amazing taking him into the death round. We got a 1v1 on our hands. Adoma flashing over the wall, but Mouse Amazing follows, has the ignite down, gonna get the solo kill. Another 350 gold for him.
There was no hesitation on that flash over. He said, no.
Not get away from me. Got a gank in the bot lane. Blazing Nerd just throwing out the roof, but they're gonna secure a tower for themselves.
And they're even taking some more damage in the mid tower here.
Oop, Wukong is in. Ahri does have the ultimate to get away. Flashes forward, but there are 3 charges on that 8th Fox ult. They do get a little bit of pressure.
Yeah,
but
that's actually not too bad right there. As we see that they still have a slight gold lead on the side of Scuttle Crab.
Yeah, sorry about the zoom cameras. I will fix those right now. Apologies on that one. That should be better, hopefully. No? Something's wrong.
What are they?
Yeah, they're just frozen. Yeah, but as we were saying, the top trade for the bottom trade, both teams are kind of playing towards their advantages, right? The Mordekaiser, Mouse Amazing, shoving in super heavily, in the lane, bot lane from Scuttle Crab being super far ahead of the bot lane from Sentinels. We'll just have to see which lane is better to carry.
It's essentially where this small gold lead is coming from. There's a ton of money on ZM right now. As he picks up a crit cloak. It's something I always love to see.
Alright, Tucker going in under the turret, but getting just charmed up by Aetherfox.
That was
the flash aggressively
really well played.
By
By Aetherfox right there.
350 gold. 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 3 Yeah, it really looks like he's playing on 0 ping with that one.
As he dodges the engage there from Tucker and then charms him under the tower.
And as much as we've been praising Tucker from State of the League and in pregame casts, he just...
Fox says, don't forget about me, bud.
Yeah. The killer, the Godslayer himself, just back at it.
The Godslayer.
3-3 in this mid lane. Ahead in CS as well. He's looking super good on this Ahri.
Really good too, as we talked about that. Tucker took the TP to kind of give himself a little early advantage there on some of the backs and some of the roams, and didn't really phase either Fox. He just kind of kept them there and controlled the lane.
Yeah, I feel Tucker had to use those TPs early because he died in 1v1.
Just to get back to lane.
Yeah. Aether Fox using this Ocean Drift though, gonna be looking for a flank, but Mouse Mazing just going forward and destroying 420 Blazing. Good fight coming out. Charm onto Mouse Mazing. He goes down. Caitlyn gets ulted up. Good Wukong ult knocks up 3 people. Gets the second charge off in a second. Lux ult goes across 3 members. Hatsu 5 super low. Lux gets the kill. Dolma protecting his backline. And now it's a 1-for-2 in favor of Scuttle Crab.
It was certainly an aggressive take on that fight there, but I mean, I like the idea. They had a couple of the carries locked down. Mouse Mazing looked like he was going to live there for a second, but there's just too much to see.
Yeah, they do have 3 members. Tucker is looking to aggress this, but Scuttle Crab is staying on this Drake right now.
Okay, it's going to reset here momentarily.
Yeah, Dolma is super low, but does have that healing. And it looks like Scuttle Crab is just going to take this Drake. Oh, 32 health! Goes down to the Ornn, though. Ezreal Q, unlucky, didn't find it.
But it says another thing of the vision actually wasn't too horrible there by Sentinels, but it's just such a like tough time to find a way in when you're facing a wall of CC like that at range.
And Tucker going under turret once again. The charm doesn't hit onto him, but he still takes 3 tower shots. Goes back with the ultimate and gets rooted up under it. And what is he doing? Ezreal missing the Ahri. That is not the right play.
I think he just misplaced his ult there. He might have thought it was a lot more forward than it was.
But he's diving under the turret without any minions. Zim picking up the kill on Wukong. I was watching Shelly right there. This is Caitlyn at 1-0-6.
It's a Maokai root into a Lux binding into a Caitlyn trap, and you're dead.
Yeah, and I mean, Scuttle Crab have such a good teamfight comp with so much pick potential.
Right.
It's going to be hard to actually siege these turrets like Sentinels are trying to do. And the charm hits onto the Ahri, and Zim's able to clean that up with a Q.
That's what I mean. There's just such a range advantage. When you have 4 melee champions on one side trying to defend a tower against Caitlyn, Ahri, Lux. Like, oh, you only need one thing to hit for everything else to hit, right?
Yeah. And Scuttle Crab looking super clean, landing their skill shots.
They've kind of busted this one open a little bit now. Went from what, 600 gold lead now to almost 4,000.
And it's kind of the issue that Sentinels had in their last game too. They were kind of even in lanes, and then they just tried fighting over and over, and all these fights just didn't work. And now Hatsu 5 is just gonna get rooted up, and yeah, Thornhorn's coming down.
From Tucker, but
it's gonna be a 3v3 right here. Stuns don't land. Lux is able to put a lot of CC.
Frontliners.
Yeah, and they just don't have the damage.
Right, this is something we talked about too, is you take these fights at between 15, 18, 20 minutes, and if you lose them, now all of a sudden you go from even to, okay, we're a little behind, okay, now we're a lot behind, okay, now we can't kill them. Not an impossible lead to overcome, but when you take these little skirmishes here and there, you're not actually really gaining anything back.
Yeah, and one of the issues is that Mouse Mazing and Tucker, the 2 huge damage dealers, are both on magic damage champs, right? So Ornn's going to be able to itemize very effectively. And Hayden 5 is, I mean, he's super far behind. The only item he has completed is Iceborne Gauntlet, and that's going to do no damage to Ornn.
he's having a hard time, as we see in these fights, when the fights get extended, and you think that Ezreal kind of like shines a little bit in those. He just can't do enough damage to the frontliners to get to the backline or anything like significant.
Mouse Amazing in a 3v1 right here. He's gonna get charmed up by the Ahri, and he's gonna get absolutely popped right there. But with the pressure they put down,
trade his life for a mid-tier 1, but
that's worth. If you're Sentinels, honestly, getting a turret gold across your team is a lot more worth than getting a kill on a player.
He didn't have a shutdown or anything like that, so.
Scuttle Crab are able to take this bot lane inner down to about half health. And they're going to catch out this Wukong, going super low, netted. That is an easy pickup.
And that's what we're saying. Every single time one thing hits, everything hits.
And the vision from Scuttle in this bot side jungle is absolutely impressive. They have 3 pink wards right there, just zoning out the entire team of Scuttle. They can't walk into it. And able to pick up that inner with ease.
Yeah, this Caitlyn is just getting so strong that once they get a maybe 5-10 seconds on a turret's dead. How are they going to step up to this Caitlyn, right? On a siege.
They can't.
You can't. You know, Lux and Ahri there too.
Yeah, and
if they do and it doesn't go right, Blazent Nerd says, okay, oh, never mind, bye.
And Zeem's going to have 4 traps set up to block off any of these choke points for the next dragon fight.
Set up a little trap here.
Oh, yeah. They got to be really careful. Skill shots do miss, though. Zeem getting ulted on by Mouse Amazing. He's going forward. He's going to be able to get this kill. Caitlyn not going to be able to do anything in a 1v1. But now Mouse Amazing's in the middle of 4. Has Zonia's. Wukong going in with a good ultimate. Roots coming across the entire team. Everyone's going super low. MK Heat in the middle of things, but there's no follow-up from the Echo. He flashes forward, able to get 1. He's gonna try for the Maokai. Ezreal's here as well, getting the auto attack. Tucker getting another kill. Goes into Zonia's, but he's gonna die to Silky Bandit right here. Tucker missing the Q, and that is gonna be a 4 for 3 in favor of Scuttle.
Yeah, and that's just what we see when you're playing with a gold lead like they have, 5,000 gold, maybe 4,000 before that fight. But that actually, for Sentinels, was not bad. You know what I mean? Like, they landed the Ezreal for everybody. They got some good knockups, some good CC, but when you're behind by 5,000 gold, some of those, like, even fights just aren't anymore.
I mean, they're still fighting when, like, the beginning of that fight, Tucker just wasn't there. Mouse Amazing got the pick onto Caitlyn, got the kill. You can trade 1 for 1, that's fine. But then your damage is all gone.
Right. Well, I think, it's a little bit of probably adrenaline. A bit. We caught Caitlyn. We caught the Caitlyn. You know, and then ZM flashes and like, okay, this is our chance. This is our chance. It doesn't have to be. You know.
Yeah, but Scuttle Crab honestly playing this game phenomenally. Getting their vision, knowing what objectives they're going for. Their map play looks super clean, super crisp, and the vision control is insane. They're looking like they're gonna be able to close out this game pretty effectively.
Yeah. So I was gonna say the tier here still on Hey Dude only halfway full. And like you said, he's just sitting on that Iceborne Gauntlet. So even when he did join the fight, it's just he has no chance of shredding through a Dolma.
Again, Ezreal's nowadays rush the Metamune so you can get the transformation a lot faster. Just because the passive goes from 3 stacks to 4 stacks once you buy that upgrade.
Right. So you get closer to your end game Muramana.
Yep.
A lot faster.
It's just a little unlucky, and I mean they're relying on him to put out a lot of AD damage in these team fights, but
it's
going that Iceborne Gauntlet build, just you don't have Triforce. You're not really gonna do a lot.
And we saw a lot there when he joined the fight, and it was he was basically free firing on Adoma, and Adoma was shrugging it off. Adoma has a Orange Sunfire already.
Oh no, Lux Charm coming out, able to get onto MK Heat flashing away. He's gonna live though. 8th Fox going in, getting that kill. Wukong on the back line, Mouse Amazing also there, but this is not gonna go well. 8th Fox with a double kill, roots across 4 members, and Scuttle Crab just gonna turn around and grab Baron.
And Hey Dude actually died before he even got to the fight, just from globals. He got hit by a Luxol and an Ornol.
Just getting popped.
Poor guys are trying to get into the fight.
They're gonna try for this, getting the stun up onto the Maokai, but they're in the back line, just gonna get popped up. so much CC, can't even ultimate. Mouse Amazing in the death realm with 420 Blazing Nerd, trying to take this fight away. Pretty good, but Ignite just not enough to take him out, and then protecting the jungler. Everyone gonna live on the side of Scuttle. Oh, coming in! Taking out one, getting the Lux, saying, you got an ult, but so do I.
I was actually pretty close to hitting Blaze Nerd too while he was trying to pick up those fruits, and he was pretty low. He sidestepped it as he was getting the fruit. I'm not sure if it would have killed him, but...
No, I think the Maokai is way too
any money on Hey Dude at this point is good with him, right?
Definitely, he does have that mana completed. Or, sorry, Manamune completed. Gonna look to transform it soon.
He's at about 500 out of 750 here.
Yeah, I'll be another like
to go.
3 or 4 minutes of spamming abilities like Ezreal does.
Yeah.
But now we have to talk about the issue of wave clear on the side of Sentinels. They do have the Ezreal Qs, but
that's not gonna be enough for Baron Siege with Caitlyn. Let me tell you.
Caitlyn, Lux, Ahri, any of this poke lands, any of that long range CC lands, and Sentinels are just gonna be giving up towers for free.
It's back to base. And you see they're wasting no time here. Let's say let's go right up the mid lane. We just take all the standing gold here on the map.
Yeah, Fox not with the team right now. Is looking to pick somebody off in the jungle.
Incredibly strong though, so he can.
Yeah, he's level 15 to Mouse Amazing's 14. He's gonna look for this fight.
Also, it's pretty helpful that he's going to try to shove in another wave at the same time, just maximizing the Baron buff where they can, especially with a mobile champion like Ahri.
Oh yeah, but we do have a fight coming out. Mouse Amazing going into the death realm with the Maokai, but Zim slaying Tucker on the top side. Tucker can't even ult. He's just so much CC. And now so many Maokai roots coming out. A lot of kills. Double kill for Zim. And they're trying to chase even more. Charm comes out just barely missing. Ezreal, the ultimate, he'll able to save from the Caitlyn ult. That's just going to be a free mid lane.
It's Caitlyn and the bouncy castle. They're just being CC'd and bopped up and down, and ZM's just taking 3 shots.
Yeah, curing people of Corona and leading his team to victory right here. The team looking super strong in this champ. And it is going to be pretty much just a game right here. They're going to be able to clear out the next turret. Might get one more fight out of this. MK Heat's going to go in. Nice Lux ult across Tucker. He's going to kill him. MK Heat going to go down again. K-Do 5.
Just over 30 minutes.
Yeah. Almost 30 minutes exactly right there.
That got out of hand pretty quickly in the middle.
Yes, it did.
But it's kind of like we said it was. Sentinel's a scrappy team. If it goes right, you know, they win those early to mid-game scraps, they can get really strong. If it doesn't, there's not much you can do against teams like that.
Indeed. And I'm going to try to figure out the camera issue in the 5-minute break, so we'll get you guys that set up so you can see our beautiful faces during the cast. And we'll send it off to a 5-minute break for Game 2 between Sentinels and Scuttle Crab. Stay tuned.
So they can't. it's a good game. Like we said, it was going to be close probably early, and then evolve into some scraps in the mid game, and that's what we got.
Yeah, we focused heavily on the fact that Sentinels were kind of just trying to play the scrappy team fight style, and it wasn't really very effective for them because they were just trying to take fights that were probably like 30-70 or 40-60. And again,
Right.
Twitchette, apologize for the cameras. Was not able to get them to start working during the 5-minute break. I'll have to look into that into the future. My bad.
Well, they can still hear our lovely voices.
Yeah, they can just imagine what we're doing with our faces and facial expressions. So my bad. Maybe not.
Oh, boy.
All right, so
Teddy.
What do you want to see from Sentinels to try to rectify all their mistakes in that game?
Okay, so it's interesting because the early game they didn't do anything really wrong. You know what I mean? Like Hot Soup was
It's popping off.
He's popping off. He was active on the map. Tucker was aggressive, but like he wasn't down until they started doing some questionable smacks in the mid lane. I still don't know about this bot lane from MK Heat and Hey Dude 5. This seems like a maybe. I kind of get what you're trying to do, but I kind of don't. So try something else.
Yeah, and honestly, I just don't think you can give Zim such a strong pick like the Caitlyn.
Well, especially when you're going to play a lane like that.
Yeah.
And like basically you're giving him free roam over the lane, right?
Exactly. You need to be able to battle back.
I don't know. You tell me. What do you think they could maybe change in the bot lane to put some pressure on ZM to say like, hey, because literally what he was doing is just walking forward, attacking them, killing them, attacking the turret, back, get a better item, do it all again.
I think if they're going to do something like that, they need to pick a wave clear AD carry, like the Ashe or the Sivir. Just something that's going to be effective even if behind. They're obviously going to be bleeding CS, bleeding tower plates in this lane. So they just need a better AD carry than Ezreal, I think.
Right.
And
it's also a little tough too. And I think that they wanted to maybe extend it a little bit to get the Ezreal there, but when you're that far behind, it's like you can't do that anymore.
All right, and we're gonna jump into game 2 between Sentinels and Scuttle Crab right here. Scuttle Crab on the red side taking the first game, and Sentinels on the blue. We'll have to see what happens.
Swain ban against Adoma right away.
It's a pretty fair ban right off the rip.
One that I'm very familiar with whenever I play Scuttle Crab. we don't even prep it. We're just like, all right, so Adoma, ban.
Swain. Don't want him popping off on that. And then the Kha'Zix ban against Hatsu 5. We've seen him pop off on that champion so many times.
It's funny though because he plays it in a similar style to how he just played Wukong, and he kind of did really well too. Didn't translate obviously into mid-game team fight wins, but did get some good gangs off isolating targets.
Yeah, I kind of want to see a champion from Hatsu 5 that can, has pressure early game, but also puts out tons of damage in the late game. It can blow up these squishy targets that Zim and Silky were playing. So maybe like the Diana or some other assassin. Maybe even the Echo, I think, would have been really strong.
That's what I was going to say, too, is that he plays that, right? Like, Hatsu plays Echo. And they did ban the Wukong, so he's going to be... he's not pinched, per se, but there's 4 jungle bans on the board here between the two teams.
And I think Reddy Z is right. We also have to look at the top lane matchup between Mouse Amazing and Adoma. And Adoma played that lane very well, but Mouse Amazing needs to find a way to carry these games. And the Mordekaiser just doesn't have enough team fight pressure to do it, I don't think.
So like we were saying, he picks Ward, he goes really aggressive, he takes Ignite, and yeah, you bop them early. But then what do you do?
Not much, apparently.
Yeah, you walk into 4.5 seconds of solid CC and die in a team fight, and it's like, this feels bad.
Oh, no. We got the Tristana coming out for his CM.
But we do have an Ashe here coming
Yeah.
out for presumably MK Heat, which is something we talked about. Another thing that could probably control the lane a little bit better.
It can control the lane, but it's going to be very immobile. And I'm expecting Silky to try to play the Pike here, or Leona maybe. Something that can engage super hard with the Tristana and get on this Ashe to just, pop her pretty much every time she steps up.
So it's interesting here because I really want to see what they're going to both pick from jungle with all these, a lot of picks off the board. Kind of go down to your things you weren't maybe thinking of picking today. Picks.
Oh, excuse me. Water went down the wrong pipe.
You're right there, Teddy.
Yeah, I'm good. But I like this Annie Leona pickup. Annie is a pretty good pick into Ahri because you can just make her immobile with one spell, and your burst damage is so high that you could just kill her instantly.
They're doing a similar thing too, where they're making sure that they have multiple members with CC. So when they get into these, these skirmishes mid-game, it doesn't have to be like, all right, it has to be Leona that engages. You know what I mean? It could be Ashe, it could be Annie.
Yeah, anyone can be secondary engage, and anyone can be primary engage, which is great. But it also sets up the carry, Mouse Amazing, to play something super aggressive because he's going to be able to just jump around these team fights with whatever champion he wants because so much CC coming out from the rest of his team.
So you think maybe we see something like an Aurelia?
Not
necessarily Aurelia, but something of that vein, like a carry top lane or bruiser.
Yeah, maybe not Vayne either.
That's we have fun here. We joke.
We joke. But we're not going to see the Tryndamere or the Renekton because they're both banned out, and the Ornn and Lux are banned out from the side of Sentinels.
But my man Adoma still has Urgot here.
Definitely still got Urgot, but Mouse Amazing is he's really good. I mean, he can play into Urgot very well.
I have no doubt in his skill. It's more of just you need to make sure that your team fight is actually cohesive, or else you're just going to lose these skirmishes again.
I think Ornn might be the one champ that Adoma actually plays. So banning it out will mean that Adoma is actually going to have to try to fight Mouse Amazing for control of this lane. Mm-hmm. And we get the set, which could be a jungle or a top lane. Not sure right now.
I'm going to err on the side of top lane, but we've been wrong before, right?
We have. All right. In the last pick, gonna see something spicy. It's gonna be the Jarvan.
Okay, so, yeah. Okay.
And we saw how much pressure Hatsu 5 had on the Wukong early game. And Jarvan just has so much more path potential, much more gank potential.
Could go singed. He's probably been itching to play it for a couple weeks now.
Hell yeah! I'm surprised we didn't see game one or week one, I should say.
Yeah, because we took it away.
Yeah,
I ain't playing against that.
All right, so we have it. There you go. We got the set versus Singed. I know nothing about that matchup, but I do know one thing. You probably don't want to drop a Singed into your team. Putting them into their own team is probably good.
All right, so here we have a much more conventional bot lane matchup with MK Heat on Nash.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Leona again, but now it's actually Haydude playing it. What do you think about Thresh Tristana here? Because they're basically looking to do the same thing, but without Caitlyn. And Caitlyn was up.
Yeah, so the Thresh Tristana lane matchup does have the double range against Leona Ashe.
Right.
But Ashe has so much poke with her auto range being longer than Tristana until Tristana scales up. And the W is a lot of poke. The skill discrepancy in this lane, though, is going to be absolutely huge. And I think Zim and Silky Bandit are going to have full reign over this lane. Leona being with the Ashe, though, will mean Zim has to be very, very safe for when he tries to jump in.
Right.
Because you can't just, jump in whenever Ashe steps up, because Thresh isn't going to be able to follow up with a hook if there's a minion wave. So
in a similar vein, they picked Tristana early. Why not Caitlyn again? It worked the first time, right? This is like obviously just like your opinion.
Well, I mean, Caitlyn doesn't have the strongest matchup into Ashe because of that range and the poke Ashe can supply. It's good into Leona, but I mean, Zam also could just feel like playing a different champ.
Yeah.
He popped off the first game.
I'm all
Why
for
not
it,
pop
dude.
off the second game on a different one?
I love playing different champs all the time. I mean, it gets boring playing the same champ over and over again to me.
Yeah. But Tristana also has such good tower pressure with the E being able to take turret plates pretty effectively.
Right.
So they're looking to heavily snowball this bot lane, get the advantage, and rotate around like they did last time.
Well, also we have, as pointed out in chat, Tristana gives you the added bonus of the get out of jail free card.
Yeah, that too.
E that Caitlyn doesn't necessarily have. Not to that extent.
Yeah, but setting up for objectives will be a little bit worse because you don't have that trap line, which works so well with the Maokai roots and the Thresh CC.
Right.
But Tristana still has insane DPS and can actually work as an assassin once you hit an item or two.
So is our trivia question this week for State of the Rec League, how many different champs has 420 Blazed Earth played in 2 weeks?
It's going to be one.
It's going to be one.
It's going to be one.
He's feeling it, man, and I'm cool with that.
I wonder, the trivia question should be, who's the first team to ban Maokai against Scuttle Crab? Take him off it.
It can't be my team, otherwise I'd tell you, I'll do it. I'll do it for the Haas.
I do like this wombo combo style from Sentinels, though. It definitely plays to their team fight
plays
style.
to what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Right. Plays to their personalities, yeah.
It's definitely a lot better of a pick. The set,
I
though...
love this Annie pick, actually. I really do. Here.
You love the what pick?
The Annie pick.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's...
He can't int on it. He can't dash into the turret and get charmed up because he's Annie. So he's just going to sit back and do damage instead of going under tower and dying.
Not what I was going to say. I was going to say, when they get to these scraps around Dragon in the mid game, it just becomes, he doesn't have to be the engage. It could be Leona or Ashe Arrow or Jarvan. He could be, this, like you said, the secondary engage, which is, oh, we already locked one down. Here's Tibbers, dump all my abilities on them.
Yeah. That's very true.
At that point, you can't miss. Somebody else set it up for you.
Yeah, that's another thing. Zeem's going to have to be very careful of where he jumps into late game because there's so many people that can just blow him up with one CC.
Yeah, that is true. Like we said, he does have a little bit of mobility, and he has a Thresh Launcher. But it only takes one Ashe Arrow and two, I don't know, anti-QW, and you're probably good. Like... So it can be tough.
Yeah, and with that, we're getting into game. Scuttle on the red side, Sentinels on the blue. Looking to get into this one. Do you think we're going to see any spicy invades coming out from Scuttle Crab?
I would be a little surprised. I would be more expecting it from Sentinels. To maybe say, we need to do something a little more proactive, maybe early.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
You do have Leona. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Doesn't look like it.
I would like to say, yeah, probably might not see anything.
Alright, so this mid lane matchup, Aetherfox getting a couple solo kills early on. Hatsu 5 was able to clean up. I think Aetherfox is going to be a little bit... find himself having a little bit harder of a time trying to kill Tucker in this lane, though.
Yeah. I mean, Aetherfox played really well because he wasn't intimidated by the pressure that Hot Soup was putting down on Wukong, even through ganks, and that he was against Tucker. Like, props to him. He said, I'm going to play my champion, I'm going to play it my way, don't worry about it, I got it.
Yeah.
And that's something we haven't seen from him all the time in the past, where he's been, you know, playing well, not an insult, but like he'll clear waves and back up. As opposed to before, he was clearing waves and stepping forward. Most valuable sapling, that ever sapling.
Yeah, that sapling over the wall to spot out where the jungler was started was super smart. Gotta be careful for that one. We already see the spot lane. Oh, never mind. There is a pause. Looks like Hated 5. And maybe it's Mouse Mazing is lagging a little bit.
What in-game timer are you at during the pause?
I'm at 2:07.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, so everybody being at home because of COVID-19 is causing a lot of spikes in ping for people.
Yeah.
So it's just something we're going to have to play with.
When was the last time you got to look at your own match history? Same.
I can't. I tried to go to match history online and I can't do it. It's just down. All right, so question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think first blood is going to happen?
Do I have to pick the lane or the champion?
Both.
Both. First blood, I think, will go to mid lane, and it's got to be Aether Fox again. He's on fire.
I was going to say he's on fire because Annie's going to kill him.
He's going to bop him.
Yeah. I mean, the stun coming out from Annie with the EQ combo from Jarvan is most likely going to be enough to take him out. So
I have faith in my boy Aether Fox.
Resident Drunk saying first blood's going to go to 420 Blaze It Nerd.
420, yeah, of course.
I'd actually like to see the just the amount of times 420 Blaze It Nerd has ganked and watch basically what level he is before he goes in for a gank.
Right.
Because it seems like his
it's not early.
Yeah, it's not early at all.
I don't know too much about Maokai jungle, but obviously, but yeah, it seems like he's not really interested whether he has the potential or not to gank lanes early. Maybe it's just not really in their playbook, you know what I mean? And his laners are strong, so it's not like he has to, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
So he has a lot of trust in his laners, especially because Aether Fox is playing so well lately that he's not forced to, which is nice. It's not like people are sitting there and, you know, I know that ZM and a Dome aren't sitting there, gank my lane. Like,
Definitely not
happening. So, I mean, like, he has the freedom to farm up a little bit and try to get some vision down.
But we'll see how good Aether Fox is in next week going up against Shu. Obviously, one of the strongest mid laners in the league and probably the strongest player in the league.
Yeah. And Aether Fox is second best mid laner in the league. So it's going to be a huge marquee matchup.
I heard it first.
Heard it first here. I never liked Aether Fox the first time I played in the Rekt League the first season. Probably because I'm like a jerk. And he beat me like solo killed me one time. And I was like, I don't like this guy.
This guy's terrible.
And then I met him at your house, Eric. And I was like, this guy's so nice. I love this guy. And ever since, I can't not root for Aether Fox.
Yeah, no, he's a giant sweetheart.
Such a nice guy.
Really nice guy.
We were chilling, we were talking at the party, and I was like, this guy's so nice. I'm such a jerk.
How did I hate this guy?
How did I ever not like this guy? So now every time I cast, I'm like, well, Aether Fox clearly is going to crush Shu in lane.
Clearly. I mean, Shu's overrated, right? Yeah, well,
Shu 100 goes in blast. I'm like, that's just unlucky.
I'm very unlucky.
Aether Fox was probably donating to like a local soup kitchen at the time, so he couldn't beat Shu there in the lane.
Hey, thank you, Rekt Pickle Popper, for the 26-month subscription. We appreciate the support. But yeah, one of the things we talked about on State of League, and this is the point Zabel kept bringing up, was Sentinels never really had a team comp, and they always just played things for comfort and things they were good at.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's gotten to the point in the Rec League where we've actually figured out how to macro and how to actually play around objectives. So
I mean, there's certainly a higher level of play going on each season. Like, it's obvious.
Yeah, you watch games from season 1 and 2, you're like, wait, what is going on here? Just seems like solo queue streamed.
Yeah, and I mean, that's okay. Like, it's also funny too. I always point out it's a little different because like we all know each other at this point pretty well. And I was trying to talk to some of our new guys about this. It's like it gets to the point where like you look at Adoma not as like a top laner. Like I wouldn't so like he's Adoma. I know what he plays. I know how he plays. It's been a long time. Like I look at you. You're not just like a random 80 carry playing Caitlyn. I'm like that's Ted. I know how he plays. I've seen it before.
Somebody op.gg me. My 20% win rate on Caitlyn is nothing to be feared.
Oh no.
Yeah, we were talking about this the other day, though. It was me and I believe Pickle Popper were discussing about win rates versus how well somebody is on the champion. I think somebody had a win rate of like, I don't know, 40% with 30 games played on Malzahar. And it's like, well, are they actually good at the champ? And
Talking about me?
no.
Dude.
Definitely not you.
That's savage.
No, I'm not going to say who, but
I was about to say, it kind of sounds like that could be me.
we were like, well, they're Greg or Pickle Popper was saying they're not good at the champion, but I retorted, but we've seen them for so long in the Rekt League playing this champion doing very well. It's plus they're playing at a different elo that you would see in here, so it's going to be, harder for them in their solo queue games than what it would be here. So I don't know.
Sure.
Just an interesting.
And sometimes vice versa.
Yeah.
So no, I would agree with you wholeheartedly. Like, I don't take a lot of that to heart when I look up like Rekt League opponents, opposed to like random people in solo queue. It's not the same.
A summoner has reconnected.
All right, we got a reconnection from the
reconnects,
Leona, and hopefully we'll be unpausing it momentarily. Hopefully. So how's Ocean looking?
As opposed to since 2 days ago when we talked.
Yeah, as opposed to that. Hey, how you feeling for your matchup today?
I don't know who are we playing. No, I'm just kidding. I'm happy we swapped actually out of the time slot, which is nice. I kind of like sometimes playing the later games.
Yeah, it definitely feels better.
I don't know. Like I'm like I said before, I'm proud of our team and especially the new guys and how well they've adapted to like having a real practice schedule, like going over pick ban. Those aren't things you play or do when you just play solo queue with your friends, And when you join the Rekt League, it's a little different. It's like, hey, we got to practice this night. You got to be here this night. And we got to talk about pick ban here. And they're like, oh, okay, cool.
Hell yeah.
Then they show up and they get really into it. I'm like, wow, this is nice.
Yeah, it's always nice when new people come into the league and they actually just fit with the community.
Right. They're excited and they're, and it's something they really like, which I know is something that we wanted to work on because we didn't want, a revolving door of players coming into the Rekt League playing 2 games and be like, hey, this isn't for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Because in part, that could be, maybe it's not for them, but in part, that's also on us as a community. Like, we want people to feel welcome. We want people to have fun. That's how we grow as a community. That's how we get players involved. That's how people start watching. We get more viewers. So, I mean, I've always been a very proactive person trying to say we should welcome new members and make sure they understand this is a really, really, really big group of friends is all it really is, right?
I mean, that's what we're trying to build.
Right. And it doesn't seem like that at first, but that's like the best feeling is when like you get to the point where like you and I playing in the league for years, we know these guys, right? We meet them in person, we have fun with them, we know how they play, we talk, we joke with them, we play normals, play ARAMs.
And we flame them because we love them.
And we flame them, yeah. And when on the stage directly, we make fun of them, and that's like fun.
All right. But we're finally back into the game. Pause is done. I'm at 220 right now.
Yep.
All right. And we're good.
Coming in here. Oof. Silky Bandit. Excellent hook.
And just as we were saying, we haven't seen many early games. Oh, Silky Bandit flashing forward for a turret shot.
I can't disagree. It's too tempting.
Gosh darn, that was very unfortunate right there. Not able to get the auto attack down.
Yeah. Like I said, though.
Another hook coming on to Heydu 5, though. Has to blow the flash. Good trade from Ash, though, on the way back. Silky Bandit taking a little
top
bit.
lane.
Yeah, Mouse Amazing's actually canceling quite a bit of auto attacks.
I was about to say, he's kind of a wall.
Oh! Blowing Adolma's flash.
Adolma made a mistake that it took a tower shot, but like you said, yeah, he actually missed one of his abilities and then canceled 2 autos.
Yeah, Adolma's out of mana though, so Mouse Amazing is gonna have pretty free time in this lane.
He does still have his flash.
It is frozen under his turret, so Adolma's gonna have to be a little bit careful here.
That's true, yeah, because one of the things too is Merced doesn't have mana, so
Hatsu 5 stepping up. Just spotted on that word. As it died. Unlucky.
The scoreboard here. Alright.
Maokai in the mid lane, going on to the Annie. Annie doesn't have the stun up, gets charmed up. Gonna get rooted,
actually
ignited.
walking the opposite way.
That's the first blood to R. You called it. Blazing it with the 2 early ganks. Already doing a lot better in this other game than last game.
Alright, so I'll send you my address so you can send me my mini mug.
I can send it. Venmo you $5, please.
No, it's like a shot glass size version of the mug.
Oh, we should do shot glasses. That'd be sick.
I was actually gonna bring that up, but that was gonna be off stream. But that'd be sweet, right? Like Rekt League shot glasses.
Getting the trade down. Actually smited away the red buff. But yeah, no, Rekt League shot glasses would be sick.
Make some bucks off that, right?
I'd buy
Support
one.
directly. I buy 3.
Ooh, Aetherfox flashing over the wall with his charm, going on to Hatsu.
That's what I'm
Hatsu
telling
has
you.
the shield in the smite, flashes away, and Aetherfox doesn't have any more of the chase. EQ from Jarvan is able to get him out. And now Tucker's gonna find the Ahri. Set going on to the Maokai. This is the huge brawl right here. Aetherfox doesn't have any more flashes. Gonna go forward, getting slain by Mouse Amazing.
I'm still gonna make the point I was gonna make. Aetherfox is playing really, really aggressively, and I love it. Got a little burned there.
A little bit burned by that, Annie. Thresh hook in the bot lane, just barely missing right there. And Tucker, looking clean on this Annie so far. Rotating around, putting a lot of pressure down, and doesn't have the ignite, and Smite is able to keep 420 Blazing Nerd alive. Ignite,
you know, he's playing very far up here in mid, but I like it because if you see the wards that they have, like they have the ward in the river and the pixel, they have the ward in the red buff. He previously had a ward in the river and the bot side that just went out, but like pushing advantages is something you like. I mean, I was gonna say that's something they need to do, but they do it all the time. But sometimes too much. But
sometimes
pushing smart advantages, it's like what they had before there is really important. Because that's how they can get into these mid-game fights that they want, and then be ahead.
Mouse Amazing doing so much work in this top lane. Taking Adolma down to about half.
This champion is the bane of my existence.
Yeah, Adolma is 6 though. Gets the flip onto Mouse Amazing. Mouse Amazing's gonna have to run for his life, but Conqueror is propped. He just dies. Adolma taking the solo kill down. Good hook in the bot lane, going down onto the Ashe. And MKE has nothing. Zim is getting the first kill of the game on this Tristana.
So, Zim is playing this really well, and the pick was very smart, but that was all silky both times. Blew the flash the first time, waited, flash was 30 seconds out, hits the second hook and gets the kill. Like, you don't play Thresh better than that. Transition to a little rotation to Dragon here, but they will have Hot Soup coming.
Yeah, and this is just smart from the Scuttle Crab, being able to pick up the kill, forcing him back, and then taking the objective afterwards. Ashe does spot him out. They're going over. EQ from Jarvan gets the smite, but now they're in the middle too. Zim has to jump away, but he's going to be safe enough to put down damage. Ignite onto Hatsu. Blazing Nerd's going to go down, but they have the shield from the Thresh Lantern. Hidden 5's low. Hatsu going back in, getting the kill, but again puts himself in a dangerous spot. Tristana going to pick up double kill right there.
See, this is another interesting thing too, which is that I feel like maybe a little bit of a weakness by Sentinels. Oh, well, we're gonna have a little fight here.
Yeah, Adolma going on to Mouse Amazing.
That was a really extended fight at Drake. They actually went in 2 separate times. Yeah, both MK Heat and Tucker.
Under tower getting started up. Doing the Tucker, just dying under turret.
Don't do that to Annie.
Oh, the curse of the mid lane, just being too aggressive.
The curse of the mid lane. Annie, the game tells you Annie has stun up. But I mean, you know, all right.
Sorry, what were you saying before that fight?
I was just saying that fight at Dragon was very extended by Sentinels, and it was pretty good. I'm never gonna get to talk.
Oh no, Sin's going in hard. Mouse Amazing actually playing these fights very, very intelligently. But Adoma's just, you know, getting the wave pushed in so he can reset.
Yeah, I mean, he clearly has had experience in the champion. Mouse Amazing, not Adoma, obviously. But it's so hard against Singe, right? Like, he has so many ways to just say, no, I don't want to fight, bye.
Oh, hook in the bot lane, going off Leona. Tristana is there. They are 6, and Hey5 just jumps away.
You burn flash.
I don't know if that was necessary from Leona, but...
I don't think it was either, but I mean, we take those, right?
Oh, hook onto the Ashe
too.
now. Yeah, you take that. Another flash blown. Tristana jumping in under turret, but is able to jump away. Hey5 not able to get the CC. Actually used the the Q to take out a ward.
Yeah, Scuttle Crab taking everything here. All right, and now we actually have a significant advantage in the bot lane now. 4-0, and he's up 23 CS. So this is not the same problem as before, but a similar problem. Whereas, see, I'm just kidding.
Yep. Hey5 lands another hook, but Hey2's able to walk away. And in the mid lane, Blazendern has a failed gank onto Tucker and just pays for his life. Ashe Arrow comes in the bot lane, but...
Interesting, but Thresh Lancer's going to get him out just fine.
I don't think he needs it.
Oh, dude, take it, dude. Come on.
Jarvan is here.
Teammate's trying to help you.
Hot soup coming up.
He's
Not going to be spotted by the minions.
And he dodges the Tibbers with the ult.
Watching 2 different fights right there.
Aether Fox. That's not... Yeah, all right. That's not cool, dude. We don't do that to any players.
Yeah, and it's kind of rough playing Annie into Ahri if you don't land the Tibbers. But, I mean if I'm Tucker, I start out with the Q just to make sure that they are stationary, then follow up.
You can Q... Yeah, right. But also, even though it's still really highly unlikely on an aggression play that you miss that Tibbers unless it's perfectly dodged by the Ahri ult. Because it's AoE, right? So, like, you can still catch them out of the Ahri ult. Oh my goodness, Sophie.
Yeah, this is just looking more and more rough for the bot lane of Sentinels.
Is that flexing right there?
I think so.
I mean, to be fair, MK, he had no business walking up by himself to clear that ward. But, I mean, it's tough in this lane because you want to make sure that you're safe to get the CS, but...
Flash from the Annie, missing the stun. Aether Fox able to flash away. Very good reaction time right there. In the bot lane. Yep. Another hook into Leona dying.
Meanwhile, we have Mouse Mason just punching the Beekeeper.
You know, it's kind of rude. Bees are kind of necessary. You don't
really need those, you know.
Planet Earth needs them. Mouse Mason's just a bad dude right now.
He's got the toothpick / scar. Unconfirmed. Nice rotation by Silky Bandit coming up here, though. Even just to clear the ward. Like, as a mid laner, if your support walks up to your lane, puts a pink in your bush, and clears the ward and says, you're welcome, like, buy him a 6-pack.
Yeah, Tucker's looking for Silky right here. He can definitely burst him out with probably just Tibbers Q, but doesn't look like there's going to be any confrontation. Oh, never mind. Maokai finding Annie, though. ZM's so huge. Gonna pop him right there. Just Silky Bandit baiting in Tucker to his death.
It's going to be another dragon.
Yeah, that's there's so much bot control from ZM and Silky that Hot Soup Vibes really should just be focusing topside.
Right. And he's not even really, like, behind in the jungle, right? Like, he's doing okay.
No, he's pretty far ahead. Hot Soup is doing very well, but he just is focusing lanes that they're really far behind already. They're losing. He tried to make some plays mid, but it's just been spotted out by Scuttle Crab. It's honestly been a little bit unlucky for him. But the bot lane right now, ZM 6-0 on this Tristana, i.e. Zeal just completed.
He also already has Berserks.
Yeah, this is this guy's gonna be a little unstoppable in this game.
Alright, luckily though, on the side of Sentinels, they do still have the hard engage we talked about. They have to work their way back into it, but there is a lot of CC.
Yeah, and there's no QSS from the Tristana as of yet.
No cleanse, nothing like that. So there are ways for them to get the good shutdown here, which is a lot of gold.
Thresh walking forward, getting another hook, getting the play. K25 has to flash away. And honestly, instead of the flash right there, just use the Ash Arrow. Stun up the Tristana.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't let
it's
her
actually
put it out
it's a lower cooldown, right? Then you're not going to use it to engage at this point. You're too far behind.
And Scuttle right now looking to dive this turret. They got Maokai here. Probably just going to throw the roots out. Nope, flashing forward on the Ash, but Ash able to flash away. This turret's going to be free for ZM.
Nicely done there.
Able to clean that one up. Mouse Mazing getting the shutdown.
Yeah, it's a decent chunk there for Mouse Mason. He's going for Triforce, so he'll probably have it on his next back, maybe. Yeah, and he was doing good damage before to Adoma. It's just that Adoma is obviously singed, so
it's just
not the most effective target to sit there and smack at.
Not at all. Singe really likes melee matchups. Ash Arrow comes down onto the Thresh though, finally making a play. They do get the root down, and Tucker's able to pick that one up. But Tristana so far ahead, just instantly bursts the Leona. Sends him away with a bomb. Tucker gonna get found out by the Maokai here, rooted and charmed up, and that's just gonna be
there's just no vision.
And they should have seen the Maokai actually walk down with this pink ward in the bush.
You're right. Yeah, on the opposite side of the red buff. So he just didn't respect that at all. He just took the shortcut from bot to mid.
We got 15 minutes on the clock right now. Scuttle are up about 5k right now, a little bit more than that, and are looking to push this advantage with the Tristana. I kind of want to see them rotate the Tristana to this top lane.
All right.
And look for this Rift Herald to push the advantage even further.
Well, even just the turret too. Probably this. I mean, ZM could probably just take this turret in like 3 autos, and then go to Rift Herald. The man's got 2 completed items to an Ash of the BF sword.
Yeah, it's not looking great for MK Heat right now. Mouse Amazing, though, is farming up pretty well. Oh, another hook down onto Leona. And might die to the Ignite right here. Yep, Singed coming forward, getting the Q down. Not able to land the flip onto the Annie. They are going to catch out Hatsup, though. Flips back into the Ahri, into the Poison Trail. Doma's going to take that kill for himself. 3-1 on the Singed.
Now all of a sudden we're talking about another Rift Herald.
What would you rather have? 2 dragons or 2 Rift Heralds?
Don't get me started on this again.
Alright, we're not going into that discussion.
Before I get like a call on my phone from Zabo, be like, no, it's Rift Herald.
Definitely Rift Herald. But they don't even need Tristana for this anymore. I mean, ZM's strong enough just to sit in a side lane. He can bully pretty much anyone that steps up to him. They're actually stepping forward though.
It's interesting, though, that they're picking ZM for bot lane, though, instead of top lane, like we said. Because there's still standing turret gold there that's pretty free. I mean, I guess Adoma gets it anyway, right? Because
yeah, there's no way anyone can
Sentinels is, a retreat.
Yeah, and they see Singed in the top lane, so they think they can get the inside track into this fight. But a hook, a catch out from a charm, and then you got a full dead Sentinel squad. Hatsu 5 going in, gonna die to Tristana as well. Good ultimate from the Tristana, knocking Mouse Amazing away. Singed TP's in from behind, and this is their deathless player, but now he's dead. Zim jumping onto Tucker, able to pick up the double kill for himself. Flashing forward, hitting the hook. Silky Bandit looking phenomenal on this thresh. And Scuttle Crab are up 19 to 7 kills in 18 minutes.
It's the curse of Sentinels. The 18-minute fight always goes wrong. You gotta fight at 17 or a 19.
Yeah. I mean, Scuttle Crab are just super far ahead in this game. 10k gold lead. Sentinels, they're trying to set up for stuff and trying to look, but they just are way too far behind to actually make any of these fights happen.
MK Heat actually just finished his Infinity Edge, and you can look at the items that TM has. Oh, Jesus.
Going for the double Zeal build on this Tristana. It's interesting to me. I think he's going for the lifeline passive. Yeah.
I mean, you would know better than obviously me. I haven't played 80 carry in a long time.
I just always like going for the Storm Razor build on 80 carries because that auto attack slow is, especially when you're ahead, you can just slow him with the first auto and then kill him with the next 3.
I don't even want to talk about what just happened.
we didn't even show it on camera. It's not worth it.
It's not. It's sad. He gave him the gloopity gloop, and then he ran circles around him with the spammity spam. He's dead.
Oh no. They're trying to get a pick onto the ZM, but he just jumped away. Hotsoup's gonna die. 8th Fox picking up another one, going unstoppable. Tucker doing what he can, getting the shutdown, but is just gonna die as well. Again, they're just trying to force fights where they're so far behind. Another beautiful hook from Silky Bandit, getting that long range CC.
ZM is still alive, so these are gonna be some structures going down.
Yeah, and they might be able to end the game if Mouse Amazing doesn't back right here. Ash is gonna step up. They have a mini wave, 6 seconds on the Jarvan.
If they want to go,
They're calling out.
Yeah, if they wanted to go for it, that would have been pretty tight. But again, this is just standing 3 gold on the map, so
he might be able to take this inhibitor. Aether Fox is up now, doesn't have the ult, but Mouse Amazing's doing so much work with this Triforce to the turret. Aether Fox hits the charm though. Mouse Amazing is just gonna walk away.
Importantly too, he hit the charm right before the turret went down, so Mouse Amazing actually takes turret damage there too.
Well, the chase has come down. Aether Fox has the ultimate up, is using it, but Mouse Amazing is able to walk away with that giant shield. Yeah, Scuttle Crab able to open up the base, taking that inhibitor.
Right.
And now they're 10k up still, 20 minutes.
It's still pretty hard for Sentinels to actually clear these supers like effectively. As I say that, Hey Dude executes the super.
Yeah, and eventually this Ashe is going to come online. She does have a lot of DPS in team fights once you hit your item spikes, but maybe it's a blessing in disguise that the minions are gone in mid lane, so she can just farm up free super minions.
Right. And she still always has the engaged to her.
Mouse Amazing going for a little bit of a hook. Ooh, just barely dodges the hook. You do not fight this. Oh, okay, never mind. They're fighting this. They're going in onto Ahri in the backline, set with a big hook on Tristana. She's in the middle of the team, flashes out. Annie is there, gets the pop, and this might be the fight Sentinels want. Although there's the shutdown. Hey 5 is going super low. Blazing Nerd also low. Aether Fox on the backline of things, being able to clean people up. Tibbers actually killing the Maokai. But now you have just the Ashe alive. Is flashing in, but unable to get Aether Fox. That's a quadra kill for the Aether Fox on its Fox.
Not clean. Not a clean fight for either team.
No, not at all. But
it kind of looked like everybody smashed faces on each other and see what happens.
They were able to pick off ZM very early in that fight, which was really good for them. They got the kill, but they just didn't have any damage left over for, the Singed and the Maokai.
And Thresh even. I mean, even Silky Bandit's actually pretty tanky right now.
But, I mean, they're able to hold on. They got aced, but they killed 2 members. Got a big shutdown onto the Tristana.
That's how you get back into these games. Obviously, it's not going to be one fight that wins you the game. When you're 10k goal behind, it's got to be a couple. You got to work your way there.
We have a dragon timer, or is that not exist in the...
It's about a minute left on this dragon.
Okay.
Which, if you're Sentinels, you definitely want to give up. Oh, never mind. About 20 seconds left on it.
Okay, so that's happening right now.
Yeah. Silky, Mount, and Blazer are spotted on a ward right here. Stepping forward. There's a hook. Not going to connect right there. Probably would have been dead Leona with Aether Fox around the corner. Charm misses as well, but the dragon is free from Scuttle Crab.
Yeah, it's the Ari Thresh zoning squad, where it doesn't really matter if the Charm and hook land. They say you walk away as Zardrake.
Sentinels smartly not trying to fight that one. Just looking to farm up a little bit further. Getting some gold over to MK Heat. Trying to finish up that Zeal item.
Okay, so you were talking about the double Zeal here. What do you think about the Phantom Dancer that ZM go? Is that what you would have gone?
Yeah, in this circumstance, your ZM, I probably would have been a QSS a lot earlier. But going for that lifeline passive is going to keep him alive a little bit. And he's able to dodge away, and he's getting hooked up. And it's going to go into Zonius, but it's not going to be enough to save him. Aether Fox on the back line, getting stunned up under the turret. Almost goes down to the last tower shot, but now ZM has free roam to jump into the team. Picking up a double kill, going for the triple right here. Can jump forward. Nope, used it to jump away. That's
Adoma gets mouse mazing in the 1v1 right there when he went down to 15% health.
Yeah, they're teleporting in. Scuttle Crab looking to end the game right here. They have super minions. They have one Nexus turret remaining. There's 5 seconds left on some of the members of Scuttle Crab or Sentinels. They can try to look for the save right here. Silky Bandit going super hard, but might just bait his team into a fight that they don't want. ZM super low is able to stay alive, killing Tucker. Silky Bandit going low as well, gonna run away from these minions. But the minions are huge. There's a big line of them. Pulling the Leona again, the hook flip from Adoma is running out of mana. Mouse Mazing is here though, is gonna save his team. And that's gonna be another inhibitor for the side of Scuttle.
Actually really nice by ZM right there in the middle of the fight to say, yeah, no thanks, and jump out and just take the hit. Like, he's not wasting his time, he's not running away, but he's not just like blindly jumping into farm for kills.
Scuttle Crab looked like they might have overstayed just a little bit too much, but they're so far ahead. Even with a really good fight from Sentinels,
Yeah,
it's just not enough.
Just stay here.
Adoma doesn't have TP, and he did just base, so this could be a little bit greedy. Blazing Nerd just walking onto the turret. Stun onto the Tristana, but she's able to buffer the jump and get away. Now Blazing Nerd's going to get caught out, but he sends the roots out. That's a lot of ultimates for the side of Scuttle Crab wasted on disengaging.
Right, but something we talked about is that they all have their own ways out and their own ways in, so it's just like so hard at this point to catch anybody.
Yeah, that is true. And they're also 11k gold ahead, 12k.
That's what I mean. When you're that far ahead,
It just doesn't matter.
They could make a huge mistake. Like ZM technically gets hit by an Ash arrow. He's like, I don't care. Like, cool.
And now he has the QSS built on the 4th item. So even if he gets hit by that Ash arrow,
Scimitar and some lifesteal too. So
gonna carry even less. I do want to see Scuttle Crab though. They all reset. They're gonna grab this Baron, and then they're just gonna march it down mid with the open Nexus.
it's actually really important, like we talked about before. These in-game timers matter. Like if you're this far ahead, don't dilly-dally. End the game, because these come down to tiebreakers later in the season that matter. If you're up 12,000 gold at 27 minutes, you don't want to see this game going any longer. You win.
You definitely do not.
You don't want that, you know, haha, we had fun 45-minute game timer on your record.
And, I mean, what Brian the Broken said in chat, you just don't want to give the team the opportunity to come back.
Right. Don't
like
even,
the Air Mountain game last week.
Yep, don't even let them back in. You got it, you know it, take it.
They do have the Baron minions. Mouse Amazing is in the top lane. It's probably not even going to be here in time. He's going to use the teleport to get back to his team. This is just going to be the last fight. Super minions in onto the Nexus. We're going in. Looking for the fight. Annie going forward on the Tristana. Good QSS. Able to jump away. Ash Arrow misses. Aether Fox on the back line. Able to kill the Ash. Mouse Mason going on to Aether Fox. Flash forward from Sin. Able to pick up that kill with a flip. 85 now trying to live, but he's not going to be able to. And goes down. Hatsu chasing away. He's going to be trying to run away from Singe, but it doesn't matter. Nexus is going to be finished up. And that is the game for Scuttle Crab, pulling up the clean 2-0.
GG to them. That was actually really nicely played at the end there, even though it was a little chaotic.
Yes, it was indeed. Such a scrappy game from both sides. But again, Sentinels had a team comp. They knew what they needed to do, but they fell really behind early and then just couldn't come back.
Well, game one early, they actually looked pretty good.
Yeah, especially Hatsu 5 in the jungle, picking up a lot of early kills.
It was a lot. It looked like a decent amount of coordination in the first, 8, 9, 10 minutes of the game. And then things just started falling apart.
All right, and so we're going to do 2 interviews. The fans are calling out for Silky Bandit to be called in.
I would
so we'll do that.
agree.
And then I also think we should talk to 420 Blazing Nerd on that Maokai pick.
Sure.
So we'll have those guys in momentarily. Yeah, and honestly, everybody on the side of Scuttle Crab looked good, right?
Yeah.
Also, side note, we're gonna do the interviews in Discord, so just,
I'm in the Plateau.
I'll drag you down.
Cool.
I'll bring them up right now. Hello, hello.
Hey!
Hey,
Hello!
Hello, congratulations on that 2-0, guys. That was a phenomenal play.
Thanks, dude. Much appreciated. It feels really good.
Yeah, thank you.
Hell yeah. You both looked really strong. The Maokai pickup 4 games in a row seemed a lot cleaner than last week. Some early ganks in that second game really set your team ahead in snowballing.
Appreciate that. Yeah, Maokai's was an old pick of mine when I used to play top lane early on, so it sort of felt really naturally back into the rotation. I like his clear, and his ult just around objectives makes it super efficient in terms of just getting the opponent team off and clearing out some room. So I really like him. I think he's an efficient jungler. To be honest, though, they ban away the Zac and Sigil, which I'm kind of frustrated. I like that.
Yeah, were you looking to play those 2 champs this week?
Yeah, I was looking to play them last week too, but they just don't want them.
All right. And pulling it to you, Silky, those hook champs you pull out in bot lane look pretty solid.
Yeah, they felt good. The Lux pick is, I just love having that Q sort of as a disengage, and then also if we're playing a catch comp, it's a really great champion to play. And then Thresh is sort of definitely a newer champion, but ZM was like, "You want to pick that here?" And I was like, if you're the higher elo guy, if that's a good pick, let's do it. And definitely worked out.
You could not miss. That was actually really impressive.
Yeah, he was landing some pretty nasty hooks there, not gonna lie.
Yeah, a question from Reddy in chat. It says, how sad were you about the missed flash auto attack onto the Ashe?
Oh. So I pictured that in my head going a lot different. But it ended up working out okay. But I really wanted that one. Wasn't meant to be.
It would have been
Nothing
super
wrong with
clean.
some early aggression.
Unless you waste your flash for no reason.
You're right.
So tell us a little bit about your strategy going into Sentinels. were you trying to focus around bot lane and dragon control in those 2 games?
Yeah, I think we identified that the bot lane was the weaker side of the map. And we knew that Doma's matchup top lane was going to be more challenging, especially with the Mordekaiser pick really not being able to gank at all post 6 because of his ult. Basically just told us, you know what, let's pool our resources bot side. We have our talent down there. Getting some early dragons is nice. Getting some early flashes is nice, and we could really exploit the chink in their armor.
All right, awesome. And I just want to ask both of you, because you in previous seasons kind of swapped roles. Silky, you were a jungler before. I know you played support a lot, but in 420 you were playing support, and now we're jungler. So how's that transition been with swapping roles?
I mean, I think it's been pretty smooth. I mean, definitely we had some games at the beginning of the season, even just in practices, things like that, where we were sort of ironing out the differences, because I think me and 420, we play a very different support champ pool, so it sort of creates a mold for different team comps as well. But I think it's been pretty fluid so far, and the more we're sort of communicating with it, and Huey's getting his timing down on ganks, I think it's been working well.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a learning.
I'm sorry, you cut out there.
I played a little bit of jungle in the past, but it really wasn't a main role of mine. So there's definitely a little bit of a learning curve in terms of camp timing and stuff like that. But I'm really enjoying it. It's a lot of fun, and I love being able to make plays on other ends of the map. And it just feels a lot better.
All right, awesome.
Nice.
Phoenix, did you have any question for the boys?
No, I want to say I think you guys played really well. I think your team and your team comps were very good. So congratulations on the win.
Appreciate it, boys.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, and thank you very much for coming in to interview with us.
Yeah,
always fun to
absolutely.
talk.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for your time, guys.
Good
job.
luck to you guys.
Thank you very much. And Phoenix, thank you for joining me on the desk today to cast. Sorry about the cameras. They ended up breaking midway through the first stream. Unlucky on that one.
It's okay. We'll be beautiful a different day.
We'll be beautiful every day, my friend.
Every day.
Always a pleasure, Ted.
All right, and with that, we are going to send it off to the second stream of the day. It's going to be a tight game between Air Drake and Raptors. They're going to be fighting for those wins. And want to say thank you to everybody in Twitch chat for showing up and supporting us, and thank you for the 2 teams today for playing. And with that, we hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday.